All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Ranger Central. And you might hear, a nervous feeling in my voice, or you might see me visibly shaking because this is just not easy to talk about at all. But it has to be brought up because I was going to bring it up either way. This is big news in the hockey world where I would have brought it up either in a future video, live stream, and I felt that's wrong to do because of multiple different things. One, I didn't want it to be, a lighthearted video or just talking about the Rangers, that thrown in there, and then it's like segue to the video. And on top of that, I monetize all my videos. This one will not be monetized at all. I have no interest in doing this for views, clicks, money, whatever you want to say. I am not monetizing this video. No, no doing that. I can't do that because it would be messed up for me to do because there is so much serious topics that are brought up in this. Right off the bat, rest in peace to Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau. If you missed the news, they tragically passed away last night from a biking incident where they were hit by a drunk driver who was trying to pass by a car that was in front of them. That car also in front of them moved out of the way so Johnny and his brother Matthew could pass and continue biking. That car was trying to get around, and then the drunk driver behind saw it as an opportunity to pass the car in front of them and ended up hitting both of them who were biking on that side of the road. And condolences to and prayers to family, friends of Johnny, Matthew, because this is just messed up. Their sister's wedding was this weekend. Like, that's just so messed up. Like, I cannot imagine the feeling with that family right now. I cannot imagine how Johnny's wife is going to tell. Like, I can't imagine what she's going through. Nevertheless, having to tell, looking her two young kids in the eyes and telling them that your father passed away. Like, I can't even imagine. And I don't even want to ever have to, like, I don't want to ever think about being in those shoes because it's just so bad and it's just so messed up that as a society we even have to bring the importance of not driving drunk to light because our society is just so fucked up on many levels that this has to be brought to light. And it's just crazy. It is just crazy to me to even think about the fact that we are in 2024. There's multiple apps, whether it's Uber, whether it is Lyft, it does not matter. Use those apps. Use them. If you are, or if you know that you're going to be drunk on a certain night, on a given night, have somebody that's not drinking drive you. Walk to wherever you're going, whatever it may be. Or if you're at a party at someone's house, say, hey, I'm too drunk to drive tonight. Like, could I spend the night here? And if you are that person where, you are hosting like a party or anything like that at your house, and somebody says something like that, let them stay the night. Like, volunteer them the bed, sleep on the floor, whatever it may be. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that they are not driving, because I don't care if you get a bad night of sleep. This is far more important where people could lose their lives. Like, this is, you can't be selfish in that situation. You cannot be selfish, arrogant, whether it's drunk, whether it's high. No, like, no matter what, you cannot. This is just tough. You can't be selfish in that situation. And it's sad that I even have to say that. And it's sad that I even have to bring it up because society as a whole, like, it's sad that this is where we are, where you have to be terrified of everything. Like, there was also a report last night. I am very connected as well in the Disney community, and there was, a rumor last night going around that, or not even a rumor, it's just the truth, that there was uh, apparently a shooting threat. It ended up being just a popping balloon sound, but it's sad that like even when you're in on vacation, like living your life, making a happy moment, you have to be scared of somebody being there, potentially shooting up Disney, and there were families leaving each other behind, running for their damn lives to get out of there. And the reason I bring that up in general is that you never know what could happen at any moment, and it's terrifying that we have to live our life in fear of just even other human beings because of poor decisions that they're making and stupid decisions that they're making. Quite frankly, like scummy decisions we're talking about here. And yeah, the reason I bring it up, and I never talk personally on the channel, and this is not to make it about me, this is to make it about in general as the collective conversation. One of my biggest fears in life, if not my biggest, honestly, is time. Like, it scares me how quick time moves. Like 2024, like it just feels like as every year goes on, like time just moves quicker, it feels like. And the reason I bring this up is because of the fact that you have incidents like this, or just in general, because before this even all happened, there was just the rumor that it happened from that Philadelphia reporter, which, by the way, I still do not like support that at all. I still think that's unprofessional journalism. I don't care that he ended up being right, that person. That's not your place. That's not your story to tell. I get that you want your clicks and stuff like that, but this is far more important than getting your clicks. That's not your place. And then to delete the tweet, man, that's just fucked up. Like, and it left everybody guessing last night. And once we were like an hour or two in, at that point, I think we got the vibe that this would have been debunked by now if it weren't true, because the word spread so fast in media, social media, whatever it is. We like, they would have got the word, like Johnny and his wife, somebody close would have got the word that this is spreading online, and any of them could have easily went on and debunked it. So once we were like an hour or two in, unfortunately, at least for myself, I got the vibe where I was like, this sucks, because I know I'm gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be this news. And it was that. But like I was saying, to go back to that conversation about time moving quick and everything, 31 and 29 years old, like that's how old these two were. They still had so much of their life ahead of them. I don't know much about Matthew, but like I mentioned with Johnny, two young kids that he's never gonna get to experience, them growing up, and just he's never gonna get to be the father that he should have got to be. And this is just, again, to tie it together, where just do what makes you happy, man. Like, fuck whatever. Like, if you get clowned for something that you're doing that you love or anything like that, just fuck what those people think and just live your life and do what makes you happy. Like, you only have one life to live. You only have a limited time on Earth, and who knows if it could be gone before you know it, because of whether it's other people's stupidity, or it's God forbid, something tragic that happens with yourself in general. You only have a certain amount of time. Just do what makes you happy. Love the people that you want to love. Be friends with the people you want to be friends with. And, who gives a shit what other people think, for you doing what makes you happy in life and doing what you want to do in life. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter. If you're doing what makes you happy, then, just do it. Like, just go for it. Because like we're talking about with these two, you never know. And when this was a rumor at first, there was also a report that just two people died. And, at first, even if it wasn't these two individuals in particular, it's still relevant to bring up the fact that, it it doesn't matter who it is. Like this subject is still so important, and life in general is just so important. And there, whether it was them, whether it was someone else, like I'm sure there was more people last night that lost their lives in a similar way. Like it's just unfortunately the way that it is, where we have to live in fear of either people we know or ourselves being in danger at any moment. And I just absolutely hate it. I hate it so much. I hate how messed up this society is, in the many ways that is. But yeah, it just sucks. And then especially I didn't want to bring up hockey too much in this because this is just bigger than hockey in general, but it sucks for so many guys in the hockey world, like fans of the Columbus Blue Jackets, where Johnny Gaudreau he was made fun of for signing in Columbus because he was an outlier of a guy that wanted to be there, a guy that wanted to play for that franchise, and Columbus embraced it. And, now they lose the guy that willingly signed there because of the fact that he wanted to be there. And, you look at a guy like Elvis Merzlikins, who lost a teammate relatively recently, or just in general with the Blue Jackets as a whole, like a lot of guys left on that team that lost Hivy a couple years ago, and now this happens too. It's just terrible. And then, Kevin Hayes is another guy who lost his brother and now loses a best friend. Two best friends, I should say, because I'm sure he was close with his brother too. It's just like, again, spend as much time with the people that you love, and everything else, because you just never know. You just don't. And this is just brutal. Like I hate talking about this. I hate this conversation as a whole, because it's just, like I mentioned before, it's just stupid that we've failed so much as a society, that the importance of not driving drunk, the importance of not being a fucked up human being in general, has to even be brought to light. But this is what it is, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's even anything else to bring up, because I'm just doing this strictly from, the heart, the head. I really didn't have anything planned to talk about with this, because how do you plan talking about stuff like this? But all I know is that, again, do what makes you happy, spend time with who you love, and just enjoy life as much as you could, because you never know what could happen. And, again, prayers, condolences to close friends, family, and anyone else that might have had any sort of connection to either one of Johnny or Matthew. And it just sucks. It just really sucks. But yeah, that's really all I got, honestly, for you guys. Sorry that I was like all over the place with this video. Like, this is just the type of video where it's hard to control the words. It's hard to control how I feel. And again, it's like, I don't even know these two personally, and it really shook me up. Like, I was sitting in this chair when the rumor went around, and I stopped everything I was doing and refreshed Twitter for the rest of the night, because I just couldn't believe what I saw in terms of that report. Like, I didn't want to believe that it was true, and I'm still just shaking. And again, don't even know them personally, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it just hits, and it's just an eye-opener, and a reminder of life in general and how short it could be. But that is going to be it for me. I'm not going to do my proper outro and everything. All I'm going to say is, rest easy, Johnny and Matthew. And yeah, just keep in mind everything what I said. in this video. But thank you guys for watching. If you did, I appreciate it. And yeah, just I don't even know how to end this video. I really don't. Just know that I love all of you guys. That are, whether you're a supporter of the channel a long time, whether you're not, I appreciate you guys. And just to know that I love all of you. Know that I do.